Hey there everyone, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. Well folks, Mermaid continues, and today I'll be looking into a special mermaid movie that came all the way from Japan. Well, kinda. Now, you see, mermaids are no stranger when it comes to Japan. You see, there was Maho no Mako-chan in 1970, Saban's Adventures of the Little Mermaid series from 1991, The Mermaid Princess, Kaleido's Star, Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid from 1975, My Favorite Fairy Tale from 1986, and a few others. But the version I'll be looking at today was put together by the legendary founder of Studio Ghibli, Hayao Miyazaki. Released in Japan on July 19, 2008, and in North America on August 14, 2009, the movie is Ponyo. Now let's get swimming. During a forbidden excursion to see the surface world, a goldfish princess encounters a human boy named Sasuke, who gives her the name Ponyo. Ponyo longs to become human, and as her friendship with Sasuke grows, she becomes more human-like. Ponyo's father, Fujimoto, brings her back to their ocean kingdom, but so strong is Ponyo's wish to live on the surface that she breaks free, and in the process, spills a collection of magical elixirs that endangers Sasuke's village. So, what are my thoughts on this movie? Well, in my eyes, like most of Miyazaki's works, I love this movie. But I feel bad about not seeing this movie in theaters. But, thankfully, after I got this movie on DVD, I watched this movie non-stop. It's just that good of a movie. And to further explain why I love this film, let's move on to Mustang Notes. Hayao Miyazaki, the film's director and writer, said his inspiration was the Hans Christian Andersen story, The Little Mermaid. But his inspiration was more abstract than a story. Along with animation director Katsuya Kondo and art director Noboru Yoshida, Miyazaki devised a set of goals which included to use traditional animation entirely in Ponyo, pursuing the animation and art possibilities without struggling under the demands of the production schedule, showing the quality of Yoshida's artwork as well as celebrating the innocence and cheerfulness of a child's universe. Production of Ponyo began in May 2006, while key animation of Ponyo began in October of that year. Miyazaki was intimately involved with the hand-drawn animation in Ponyo. He preferred to draw the sea and waves himself, and he enjoyed experimenting with how to express the important part of the movie. The level of detailed drawing present in the movie resulted in 170,000 separate images, a record for a Miyazaki film. Ponyo's name is an onomatopoeia based on Miyazaki's idea of what a soft, squishy softness sounds like when it's touched. The seaside village where the story takes place is inspired by Tamanora, a real town in Setonaikai National Park in Japan, where Miyazaki stayed in 2005. Some of the setting and story was affected by Richard Wagner's opera Die Walküre. The music also makes reference to Wagner's opera. The character of Sasuke is based on Miyazaki's son, Goro Miyazaki, when he was 5. Sasuke's name is taken from the hero in the novel The Gate by famous Japanese novelist Natsume Soskai. The name of the ship on which Sosuke's father Koichi works on is called the Kogani Maru, a reference to Studio Ghibli's location in Kogani, Tokyo, and Maru is a common ending for ship names. Also to note, Miyazaki wanted his next movie to be Ponyo 2, but unfortunately, producer Toshio Suzuki convinced him to make his final movie The Wind Rises instead, which does make me and several Miyazaki fans disappointed. Also, Ponyo was an entrant in the 65th Venice International Film Festival. It received a special mention in the Bologna Future Film Festival for the high artistic and expressive quality of animation able to give form to wonderful imagination of the worldwide cinema master. In 2009, Ponyo won 5 awards at the 8th Annual Tokyo Anime Awards. The awards included Anime of the Year and Best Domestic Feature. Miyazaki received the award for Best Director and Best Original Story. And, of course, Noboru Yoshida received the award for Best Art Direction. The film won the awards for Animation of the Year and Outstanding Achievement in Music at the 32nd Japan Academy Prize. Now, in my opinion, like most of Miyazaki's works, the Japanese animation used in this movie is wonderful. And I heard that Miyazaki used watercolor for parts of the animation. Plus, I think the animation used for the opening credits looks beautiful. What's more, I think the underwater scenes and the oceans look very well drawn. Also, in my opinion, one of the most interesting scenes in the movie is the part while Ponyo and Sasuke are riding through the flooded streets on his toy boat. We see many different sea creatures, and several of them are from the ancient Devonian era, or the Age of Fish. As for the story, well, in my opinion, Miyazaki did a great job taking the Little Mermaid story and doing something new with it. And that's basically all I have for Mustang Notes. So let's move on to the characters and the voice actors who brought into life. Oh, and just so all you know, I'll be looking at the English cast of the movie. Our titular character, Ponyo, is voiced by a young Noah Cyrus, who got to cameo in her sister Miley's movie, the Hannah Montana movie. Ponyo is the daughter of Fujimoto and Grandma Mare, initially named Brunhilde. To me, as a fish, Ponyo is really adorable, but as a little girl, she is magical. Also, Ponyo behaves just like a regular 5-year-old, and I think she's very intelligent and adorable and mischievous. Plus, she's very happy and sweet all the time. But she is easily offended, like when she squirts water at Kimiko and Toki. Plus, I think Ponyo is pretty similar, but a tad of an opposite compared to Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Why, you may ask? Well, it's because Ponyo is a goldfish instead of a mermaid. She's the oldest in her school, while Ariel's the youngest. Ponyo has hundreds of younger sisters instead of 6 older ones. And finally, instead of giving up her voice, Ponyo has to give up magic. Our second main character, Sasuke, is voiced by Frankie Jonas, who got to act with his brothers in Camp Rock 2: The Final Jam. Sasuke is a 5-year-old boy who attends Himawari Elementary School. To me, Sasuke is a smart, loyal, and heroic boy. Also, I like the fact that he loves Ponyo, whether being a fish or a human. Sasuke's mother, Lisa, is voiced by Tina Fey, whom I remember from Megamind and Muppets Most Wanted. Lisa is a caretaker at the Himawari Senior Center. In my opinion, Lisa is a hard-working mom, and I think she does pretty good raising her son while her husband Koichi is managing his crew. Next we have Ponyo's father, Fujimoto, voiced by Liam Neeson, who got to be in Star Wars Episode 1, The Chronicles of Narnia, Batman Begins, and The Nut Job. Fujimoto is a sorcerer who holds a restment against humans due to their pollution. Fujimoto is not a villain, but rather an overly protective and xenophobic father for whom the more he tried to intervene, the more he pushed his daughter Ponyo away. Miyazaki considered this to be common among Japanese fathers in this day and age. Next we have Koichi, Lisa's husband and Sasuke's father, and captain of the Kogani Maru, voiced by Matt Damon, whom I know from Don Bluth's Titan AE, Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron, and Happy Feet 2. Now, to be honest, Koichi doesn't have a big role in this movie, but I like the scene where his ship passes by his family's house and uses light code to communicate with them. Also to note, Koichi is the first human who spots Ponyo coming out of the ocean as a human girl. Next we come to the Mother of the Sea, Grandma Mare, voiced by Cate Blanchett, who got to be in the 4th Indiana Jones movie, How to Train Your Dragon 2, Cinderella 2015, and just recently, Thor Ragnarok. To me, Grandma Mare is big and beautiful as Ponyo describes her to be. She is said to be the most powerful creature in the world. She can use her powers without messing up the environment. She is able to change shape and size of her own body. She can also read the minds by touching somebody. So she could read Fujimoto's mind in a short time by touching his head. After meeting with Fujimoto, Grandma Mare decides to test Sasuke. If his love for Ponyo is true, Ponyo will be permanently transformed and the balance of nature will be restored. If not, Ponyo will turn into sea foam. Next we come to Ponyo's younger sisters, who are all vocalized by Akiko Yano. They seem to love their older sister Ponyo, while often schooling around her in the movie, treating her like a leader. In my opinion, these little goldfish are pretty cute, but quite mischievous at times. I like the scene where they join with Ponyo to find Sasuke after she turned into a human, and the part where they tickle their dad's wave spirits. The rest of the cast include Lily Tomlin, Betty White, and Cloris Leachman. And now, let's move on to my final words. Overall, Ponyo is a great anime film to come from Hayao Miyazaki's library. While it's not on the same level as Spirited Away or Princess Mononoke, I think it's equally as charming and fun as My Neighbor Totoro. Also, the animation is gorgeous, the story is very adorable, Also, the characters like Ponyo and Sasuke, despite being 5-year-old children, have great chemistry together. And I think they make a cute couple. As for my rating, I give this movie a full 100%. Well, that's it for today, everyone. Be sure to join me again next time. Mustang Power. Oh, and to all my Japanese watchers out there, sayonara!